Good morning, junior squads. How's everyone doing today? I have got a fan on today, but just let me know if you're struggling to hear what I'm trying to say, and I'll turn it off. So it's a better option than sweating away. So we're going to get today's warm-up started. Make sure, super important, that your warm-up area is clear and you've got about 10 drinks ready to go to get you through. Take as much rest as you need to. Don't want anyone overheating. The warm-up's going to start with dorsal press into sit back, and then we've got 3 rounds of card game after that. And then a new thing to add in, so when you're doing the sit back, try and raise your arms up. So back here, chest down to the ground. Just try and see how high you can lift your hand up off the floor without twisting your chest. You shouldn't be able to get it very high at all, but it's really good for your shoulder blades. Then after that, we're going to look at archer stretch. So morning Luke, morning Megan and Zach, morning B, and morning Dylan. I did see your email, Dylan. I will reply to it after the video. But I think it's a very good idea. So archer, remember you're doing 4 on each side. Try and keep your shoulders flat on the floor and try and push the back of your hand down into the ground. And try and push your knee down at the same time. And for people that are just joining, if the fan's too loud, I'll just turn it off. So let me know. Okay, following archer stretch, we're going to then go into some curtsy lunges. So back up on your feet. And start trying to be creative about where you put your foot. So stand on your left leg, plant your right foot, squat down. So you're trying to get as much stretch on the outside of your hip as you can while staying tall. So 4 on one side, 4 on the other. So if your feet are too close, you can't get all the way, just move your feet a bit further back. And that way you can keep your whole body up straight. Switch sides. One side might be harder than the other one. Just depends how flexible your hips are feeling this morning. And then we'll move on to some C march. So this time we're going to look at the inside of your hip. Hey, how you doing, Harry? Or it could be Joe, it could be either of you. Good morning to the redhead family in general. So C march. Remember the important part, you're trying to stay tall, so you're not like wobbling all over the place. Up tall, turn your foot, so if I was trying to get my, I haven't got anything, so if I do this wrong, my foot will hit the medicine ball off the roller, so you've got to turn it more, and then reverse it. And after that, shoulder taps. So 6 in total. You're just going to go 3 off each side. Try to get your body as stable as you can. You can cheat a little bit, spread your feet, bring your hands in together. There you go. And then burpee get-ups to finish off. So from lying on the floor, hands and feet off the ground, and go. Go. And go. Doesn't work if you try and trick yourself. So, card game. So, Luke, time to shine. Usual rules, there's a joker in here somewhere. Cards go up from ace to 7, and I'll only skip if we get like 3 of the same one in a row. So, got a couple to start us off. Make sure you're taking drinks. Ready to go in 3, 2, 1, go. So 2 of spades, we'll go dead bug, a single arm and leg because it's an even number, 2 of diamonds, so we'll go toe touch, 6 of clubs, so we'll go jumps, which means hard to squat. Oh, look at that. So 6 squats. And then 1 more. We'll go 4 spades. So 4 dead bugs. Relax. 2 more rounds. Quick break, and then ready to go. Starting with 1 club, so 1 jump into 7 dead bugs. So doubles this time. To 3 jumps, into 2 squats, into 3 toe touches, into 2 jumps, 5 squats, and leave it there. So 1 more round. Ready to go in 2, 1, go. So 5 jumps. Into 1 toe touch. Into 4 toe touches. Four dead bugs. Into 2 toe touches. 1 dead bug. Seven toe touches. 7, and finish on 6 jumps. And there we go. So, today's session, we're looking at a little bit of mobility and stability work. So I'm going to swap a couple of bits around. We'll go compass balance, so that's still here. I'm going to try and make it a bit more challenging, stretch a bit further, and just keep your body upright. So you want to make it more challenging, try and take away that big lean. The further you can get staying tall, the more it's going to challenge your hips and your knees. Then bear crawl we know, dips, single leg bent over row we know, dive into reverse sumo lunge, and Superman memory game is in here today. So you're not doing the dive around the airplane together. So, find a bit of space, make sure you're taking on lots of fluid. If you need to, just little sips very frequently. And we'll go in 2, 1, let's start. Six. You can actually do 7 points on this. So the main thing you're looking for is to stay tight, organise your stomach. But the further away from your body that you go, take a deep breath, set your stomach like you're about to start doing plank or core exercise. Swap over. So round 2 we might add in a 7th one where you go across the side. And round 3 we might do a memory game, so just start calling out numbers and we'll work it that way. So bear crawl, 8 reps, try and keep them slow and controlled. In 2, 1, go. So set your hands and knees up, get your shoulders in position. Seven, 8. So we're doing less steps this time, but you want to have more control. So instead of doing like everyone's really good at knocking these out, you want to hold yourself steady as possible. Count to 2 before you touch down again. Then we'll go into dips. And similar thing, I've taken a few reps off, so you can concentrate more on your form. So 10 dips in 3, 2, 1, go. So it's more important that you control your body position. So if you're doing normal dips, you're struggling to keep your lower back from rounding. So if you're like here, you start to round your back, bring your feet closer. And just keep that straight line from your head to the bottom of your hips. And relax. Just make sure my demo, yeah, that's fine. I forgot about the delay and thought my good demo was bad. So next exercise, single leg bent over row. So going in, 3, 2, 1, go. 6 on each leg. Okay, that's fine, Ruby. The main thing is that you're here. Like I know people have got. We're not in lockdown anymore, so people have other things to do in their schedules. So you can just come back and do them whenever you can. So 6, switch sides. And I'm always talking about pulling slow, but this one it's a bit more complex if you drop quick. So squeeze and then drop the ball and try and catch it without falling over. So ready. So the idea is try not to slouch. So you've got to catch it without dropping your head. So I'll leave that one there. Have a play with it. And we're going to move into diver to reverse streamline lunge. So you're going to go 4 on each side. In 2, 1, go. So diver, similar position to what you've just done. Back to single leg. Make sure when you go into that reverse lunge, you don't jam your face forward. So for me to get that done, I've got to actively think about going backwards and pulling my chin back. Switch sides. Gonna shut my demos again. So if you're starting to feel tight around your upper back, you might find your face goes forward because your arms aren't going back far enough. So if that's the case, get yourself a bit more stable. Go into that streamline. Lift your hands up. And same with this. Take the knee. If you can see your elbows, pull your hands back a bit more. And get your fingers to the ceiling. And then move on. So it's important that every single rep you're in that full streamline position. And we'll move on to Superman memory game. So if you call it your combinations, I'll get us going in 3, 2, 1, go. So it says 6 reps, that's 6 combinations of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to start. Left hand, right foot, left foot. 1, 2, 1. Hand, left hand again. Left foot, right hand. So 4, 2, 1, 3. And 3, 4, 3, 2. And stop. So I've done the first round. You just spam them in, guys. Do them a couple at a time and I'll read them out as blocks of 4. So we'll go back to the start. Compass balance. So remember, you're going to do 7 on each side this time. And that 7th one, if you're on your left leg, you're basically going to point to the west. So all the way around. Do your best, have fun with it. In 2, 1, go. The main thing is as well, you're trying to control your body, so no matter how far you'll lean over, keep your body straight. Try just to tap the floor. Number 7. Harder on that side than my left. But those are the things you want to try and figure out. Next exercise we're looking at is bear crawl. In 3, 2, 1, go. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. The big trick to it is that whatever hand and foot you've left behind, push them down into the floor hard. So for my last rep, if I'm on my left hand and my right foot, push them down and then place the other two back on the floor. If you don't drive them hard, you wobble a lot more. So actively punch the ground, drive your foot into the floor. Then dips. Make sure you're taking on drinks as well. You should probably follow my own advice with that. In 2, 1, let's go. If anyone's struggling with dips, try press ups if they're okay. If not, just shout out. We'll find an alternative for you. Okay, get to number 10 and then stop. Into single leg bent over row. Remember, have a go with the catches so you don't have to add weight to it. It just makes it a little bit more complex. You've got to think about your body position. So 2, 1, go. So hinge over, pull. So big squeeze at the top. I'll try and make it even harder. Try and go wide with your catch. So from here, instead of just following the ball down, let go, arms up wide, and then recapture. The hard bit is you've got to make sure you don't drop your shoulders while you're doing it. So keep your back perfectly flat, like that, and stop. Then dive it to reverse streamline lunge. Take your time with these, make sure the streamline's always there. So if you get forward in good time, but you're having to find range to your neck, just take your time, get your hands where you need them. 2, 1, go. Okay, that diver was okay. So you're trying to synchronize your hands getting extended with your knee touching down. Switch sides. You might find it's a little bit hard to get all the way down, so I keep leaning forward. So if you have something to raise your back knee a little bit, make the lunge a bit easier. The dive was okay. So it's almost like you're practicing that skill, going backwards and down. Well, at least then you can see there's a straight line from the side of my wrist down to my knee. Take some of the cushioning away. So it becomes more about timing and rhythm. So stop there. And the easier you can get into that position without thinking about it, the more aware you're going to become of what position your body's in when you're tired. Superman memory game to finish off. Okay, thank you very much, Dylan. So, 2, 1, go. So start off then, 3 on 4, 2. So right foot, left hand, left foot, right hand, into 2, 4, 3, 1. Right hand, left foot, right foot, left hand. And we'll go 2, 2, 1, 1. Then left foot, so 4, 1, 3, 2. 1, 4, 3, 2. And then 3, 1, 3, 1. Stop there. So, symmetry is not quite as important. Like normally if we were doing side planks or rotations, we'd say get an even number each side. For the memory game, it's more about the demand put on your trunk to keep yourself steady. So you don't always have to mirror like 1 and 4 with 3 and 2. As long as your body stays stable. And you're doing all of them. If you did a round where it was just your left side, you could just do right side on the next. So back to the start, one more round. We're going to do covers balance. In 2, 1, go. So people can comment. We can do a memory game version of it. So for example, if I said 6, 3, 2, that'd be back here diagonal, off to the right, and 2 is diagonal on the front. Okay, good job, Dylan. So 2, 3, 2. We'll switch legs. So 2 is front left diagonal. 3, 2, and then 4, 1, 1, 3, 3. So that'd be diagonal. 1, 1, 3, 3, and then we'll go 7 to finish off. So reach all the way around and leave it there. So next we're going to go bear crawl. 8, slow and try and count to 2 before you touch down. 2, 1, go. So 4 points on the ground, go into 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Just like that. So you're having to hold yourself in the air, relying on your hip and your opposite shoulder to keep you steady so you don't tip. Then we'll go into dips again. I need my cushion. 3, 2, 1, go. Couple more. Very welcome, Sam. Oh, I'm chuffed. That's the first time I've done 10 of those on these. Hopefully I'll do frog stands again soon. Right, single leg bent over row. Take on water. In 2, 1, go. A slow row, and then drop and catch. Big squeeze. Okay, then switch sides. Let's go set my demo. Okay, so you might find it's a good opportunity to think about extending from your middle of your back up. So your posture could be really good here. And catching, you drop your shoulders just a teeny tiny bit. So you've got to think, see where my hand is from above. So you're not arching your whole back, it's just a little bit in the middle. It's super important for you guys, especially at your age, to figure out the difference between the two. And that's one of the reasons we put this exercise in. Stop there. And dive is the reverse streamline lunge. In 2, 1, go. If you're actively reaching with your hands overhead, you're trying to get your fingers as far away from your body as you can get them. Swap over. And then readjust your face position. That's probably fine for you, but every time I reach, my neck wants to force my face forward. So when you see me from the side, there should be half my head in front, half my head behind. And I'll finish off then with Superman memory game. In 2, 1, let's go. So we're 3s on this one. So 3, 1, 4. One, 2, 1. 3, 4, 1. 2, 1, 3. Finish off on Dylan's 2, 2, 3, 4. And relax. And that's it. Great session there, guys. Good job. Good to see so many of you taking part. We'll do a bit of recovery now. So we'll go with the classic super couch. So assuming everyone's been nailing this on the post pull. So knee on the ground, in front of the wall. So remember, a lot of focus around, can you feel your stomach? Are your shoulders set? Can you squeeze your hips? So if you're leaning back like a bus, trying to get a massive stretch, all of a sudden you can't squeeze your hips. Like, think about upbeat on a kick. Leaning forward just a little bit. You might not feel quite so much stretch in the front, but you'll be able to get some squeeze. Okay, then we're going to switch into a left hamstring stretch. So creep your foot forward. Back straight. further forward you can make your foot go, the more you'll be able to focus it into your hamstring. Might be a bit easier, so if you've got your ball or your roller, keep your back straight, make it more stable, just rest on that as a comment. Put the iPads all the way over there. And then we're going to swap. So we'll do the other quad. But yeah, using that ball or roller for a bit of support. This means you can think more about stretching the muscle you want to stretch. Okay, you're very welcome, B. Great to have you back. And hope you have an amazing day. So other leg. If I can manage it. There it is. So Dylan, if you're still watching, I'll finish this up and then I'll reply to your email. Well, you might not find the same position on the opposite leg, but it's actually more important that you recognize that than try and force the same thing. You don't have to have perfect posture during the stretches, just make sure it's the same because that might change how you feel. Okay, hamstring time. So lean forward a little bit more. Okay, you're welcome, Pranav. Oh, I still owe you the rollovers. Okay, we will do rollovers. I've set an alarm for it this time. So Friday morning we'll have a round of the, well, what do I call them, reverse plank rollovers for you, Pranav. So make sure you, oh, my posture. Got distracted, so it's important you concentrate on these things. Okay, you're welcome, Luke. Have a great day. Stop there. Then we'll go pigeon stretch. Or we'll do standing, because you can probably do standing after you've swung. So, left side stretch. Great emojis, Luke. Okay, catch you later, Dylan. So remember, side on view from stretching my left outer hip. Want my hands around and streamline as well. Some sort of force. Plant your foot. Keep your shoulder roughly over your foot and push your hips away. The point to streamline that would just make it a little bit harder, but you've got to make sure, be really sure that you're not leaning forward or leaning backwards. So you imagine you're stuck between two very narrow walls. We're going to switch sides. So I'm going to the right. If that was another wall in front of me, like this, you have to make sure that you lean within it so you don't go knock yourself out. Works pretty well if you do actually stand against the wall like this. Just a bit more support. You can think more about the stretch. Keep taking water. So hip, lat, no, lat and chest we're going to do now. So lat hinge, because if you don't have anything to lean on, you can do it kneeling like this. The hands away, moving your elbow. So you're just going to rotate it around to try and relax your shoulders and the top of your lats. And twist a little bit. I'm going to try and do some shrugs as well. So as I'm trying to do this stretch, come up, pull your shoulders like you're doing a row, squeeze for a second, then keep your back flat, push your head through. So if I go on the camera a little bit more, so if I relax my stomach, I can get through a lot more. But if you organize yourself, take a deep breath. And that stretch has to come from your lats. So a couple of seconds at a time. So my mid-back's not quite flat enough there. But you can see I got a little bit further than the start and I didn't round my back. It's chest to finish off. So remember, stretch, relax, contract. So a bit of pull, ease off, squeeze, relax, stretch again. Just see if it feels. It might feel a little bit easier. And then leave it there. So again, thank you all so much for joining in today. Hope you all had fun. And we will see you on Friday. So take care, perhaps I'm not going to forget the rollovers, and enjoy the rest of your week.